Alright, this is the last video about New Deal critics and legacy. This is minorities and re-election the first time. So, election of 1936, we have incumbent, meaning he's in office, FDR, and he's running against Alf Landon, okay? And you can tell there it's pretty close. I mean, it's closer than we've had in other ones, correct? Now, Alf Landon is actually going to run, he said that the New Deal was too much spending. He also favored Democrats, and so we're trying to get away from this deficit spending. He said we're going to run into a lot of debt. However, he's not listened to. FDR wins for the second time. Now, with him in office, people said, I voted for eggs and ham. I believe the banks. In 1937, we have a recession. A recession is a mini depression, and this actually proves something to us, and that is the New Deal is not working. Okay, the New Deal is not getting rid of this. I mean, what are we going to do? So he continues to kind of prompt these things. Now, later towards the 30s, we have other problems to realize with, and those are those European dictators, and in Japan. And what are we going to do? They're being very aggressive, and that leads to World War II. This is only 2 years out from World War II when this recession happens. So the New Deal does not solve the Depression. Don't miss that one. Now, Frances Perkins, she was the woman behind the New Deal. She was the first female cabinet member. She's responsible for the Fair Labor Standards Act, the Wagner Act, as well as Social Security Act. So she's pretty important on that role, and it goes to show you that women can actually serve a meaningful role within the government, not just as a first lady. Now we run into an interesting little story here about minorities. Marian Anderson was a very famous opera singer, and she was actually booked to sing at what is called Constitution Hall. There it is, in Washington, D.C., at a Daughters of the American Revolution gala. Okay? Constitution Hall and the Daughters of the American Revolution said, we don't want her to sing. Why? She's black. Okay? And so this is a segregation thing. This is a separate but equal. They're trying to go by the letter of the law. So Eleanor Roosevelt actually renounces her involvement with the Daughters of the American Revolution. Pretty big deal, right? And it was done, if anything else, just to kind of show force. So Marian Anderson is going around and comes back with Harold Ickes and some other people from the Brain Trust and says, I found you a place to sing. Now, that's Marian Anderson. What is she singing in front of? The Lincoln Memorial. Now, why is that appropriate? Lincoln passed the Emancipation Proclamation, which you were taught freed the slaves, which is wrong, but he is seen as kind of the father of liberation. Now, what song did she choose to sing? You can see it above there. It was My Country, 'Tis of Thee, and it's a great rendition. I will play it for you in class. But a lot of minorities here in the late 30s actually see FDR as helping them out. And that's important because there's a big movement, especially in World War II with A. Philip Randolph. Now, the next 6, 7, 8 days are about World War II. So a lot of good stuff there, a lot of good songs. Make sure you take the quiz on the New Deal. The New Deal is a highly important thing.